It is already time for the spring game, guys. Let's get hyped. Let's get excited. We have Aggie football in Kyle Field in just a couple of weekends, and I'm already getting extremely excited for it. I'm sure you are too. So as part of the exercise that is today's video, I want you guys to participate. I'm going to give you my spring wish list. Me, as a greedy Texas A&M Aggie, I have a wish list of things that I want to see this spring game. Some of them more specific than others. Some of them are more broad. But some include actual player situations that I want to see in the spring game. So make sure you do your part and comment your top 5 spring wish list items, just like I'm about to do in this video. But first, I'm going to give you a couple of honorable mentions, things I want to see this spring game. First and foremost, stay healthy, please. Know what? Just do me a favor and don't get hurt. Players, coaches, fans, be safe. Don't drink and drive, and just stay healthy. Health is the name of the game here. Obviously, I think it's the most important factor of any spring football session. You want to get your work in, especially with the new staff. That's all obviously happening. But the healthier you can stay, the better off you are going into summer. You can continue the work. Stay healthy. Number 2, 3, and 4 on my honorable mention list. These might be things that are surfacing from some scars. I don't know, maybe some recent history. You'll see what I mean. No pre-snap penalties. I don't want to see false starts, illegal formations, illegal motions, players getting off the field late defensively. I want that controllable aspect of this football game to be clean. I don't have to tell you guys how many times we've had to deal with that over the last few years, not to dog on anybody or any situation in particular, but it's been a problem at A&M. And in a very controlled setting that is a spring game, I don't want to see it. Another honorable mention, I don't want to see any issues getting in and out of formations or getting in and out of special teams groups. We've had this issue before. We've had the clock running down while the field goal team runs out to the field a little bit too late, having to burn timeouts when not necessary to burn timeouts. I don't want to see anything like that, whether it's getting offense on the field, post kickoff, getting into a field goal formation. I don't want to see any of that. I want to see clean controllables. In my last honorable mention, I don't want to see any missed field goals. I want whoever the kicker is in spring, probably Randy Bond, to go 100% in the spring game. Less pressure, less eyes, less of that gaze that you feel when you're lining up to kick a field goal in front of 100,000 people. You're going to be doing it in front of maybe 40,000 people. Line up and make your field goals. That includes extra points. That includes chip shots. That includes the long ones. Whatever situation you find yourself in, I want to see perfection from the field goal kicker. You don't expect perfection from the field goal kicker throughout the duration of a season. But once again, in this controlled setting and based on recent history, I'm telling you, these scars are resurfacing. I don't want to see it. So those are my honorable mentions. Without further ado, here are my top 5 spring wish list wishes. Number 1, I want to see a deep ball touchdown thrown by Connor Wigman. It has been too long since we have seen Connor Wigman play football, let alone score a touchdown. I want to see it. I'm getting greedy. I want to see a 40-yard plus touchdown pass by Connor Wigman. Now, we all know Connor Wigman will be participating in a somewhat limited capacity, as quarterbacks always do in spring games, be wearing a different colored jersey, probably green. Even more so considering the fact that he's still at the tail end of recovering from that foot injury that plagued him the second half of last season. Give me the touchdown. I don't care if it's to a transfer portal player. I don't care if it's to someone who's been around. Give me a Moose Muhammad. Give me a Jabari Barber. Give me a Cyrus Allen. Whoever it is. Deep ball touchdown by Connor Wigman. I will accept a short touchdown pass, but we need the revitalization of the explosive play at Texas A&M. It's been too damn long. Every time I'm hyping up a season or talking about this team going into a year, as long as I've been doing this, 2 years, not very long, we're calling for more explosive plays. Give me a glimpse of that in spring. Give me that satisfaction, but also give me the satisfaction of seeing QB1 go out there and getting back into his groove. I want to see it from Connor Wigman. I'll accept it from any quarterback, but this is my specific wish. So if we can check that off, I'll be a happy camper. Number 2, I hinted at it just a second ago. It doesn't have to be Cyrus Allen or Jabari Barber or Trey Watson, but I would like to see those guys get some action. I want to have a nice, good look at these portal guys. This is the new landscape of college football. 24 portal players added at Texas A&M. Not all of them will be in action at spring, but several of them will be. I think we're going to see Reed Armaj Adams out of Kansas maybe start on the offensive line after how Mike Elko was talking about him in his most recent press conference. I think there's a very good chance that happens. I think he's definitely going to play. The receivers that I mentioned, Jabari Barber, Cyrus Allen, Trey Watson, the tight end, a banged-up tight end room right now. We all know Donovan Green's not practicing this spring, or at least not close to 100%. He's there, but he's not practicing. We want to see these guys. We want to see what exactly we got in the portal this year. Elko did a really good job scouting and getting guys that he thought would fit his program. We saw in the most recent presser that I'll cite again that Elko is looking at these guys in a fit perspective. How do these guys fit Texas A&M? He's not out there star hunting. He's not out there looking for the best possible guy to get that'll boost your ratings up. He's getting guys that fit. So how exactly do these guys fit at Texas A&M? Those are a few guys there. Are we going to see Cassius Howell? Are we going to see Nick Scorton? Are we going to see BJ Mays? Are we going to see Scooby Williams? Which guy is a game changer in spring? Doesn't matter. I think they can all develop over summer and maybe make a name for themselves come fall, but I want to get a good glimpse in spring. Give me some plays from these portal guys. Give me some hope for the position groups that were lackluster last year. Maybe corner is just all portal guys now. Maybe that's what we're going to see next year. Maybe it's Des Ricks and BJ Mays starting. It's on the table. Give me some hope there in spring, please. Number 3, I know I just called for a deep bomb by the receiver from Connor Wigman, but I want to see great competition between corner and receiver. I'm going to give you a little hint about how I feel about this team going forward. I am really excited about this receiver room. And the more I hear about it, the more I feel rumblings about this room, the more excited I get. I feel like they're going to get their own, especially with Connor Wigman, especially with the new coaching staff. I think we're going to get improved offensive line play. Can it be any worse? It can only get better. We've been saying that for 2 years now, but now I really believe it. We'll see. I want to see these corners getting after these receivers. I want to see competition. I don't want to see these receivers getting too many deep ball touchdowns. We talk about it all the time on this channel. I think corner lost us a couple games last year. I want to have hope leaving this spring game. We've talked about it. You have competition in that room. So many new guys. Give me some action. Give me some hope. I'm looking at that battle. I'm looking at these receivers, who I am actually very high on right now, and these corners that I'm still very skeptical about. Not skeptical in that I think it's going to go south. Skeptical in that I really don't know what to expect. It's a whole new room, new coaching staff. That is probably the room where we're seeing the most new, and there's a lot of new on this football team. Number 4, also citing the most recent Elko press conference, this O-line is prioritizing fundamentals, the ability to strain, to struggle, the ability to be uncomfortable and remain fundamentally sound and stay on their blocks. I want to see fundamentally sound offensive line play. I'm going to make a bold prediction here, and this is not very bold if you are listening to what these coaches are telling us. We're going to see a bunch of different guys play a bunch of different positions at offensive line in this spring game. I think we're going to see guys move around within the scrimmage. I really do. Elko said that he doesn't really care about cohesion right now. It's not a point of emphasis. He's not building chemistry right now. He's building it from the ground up. And if you've been following this team, and I know you have, this O-line needed a change. And maybe it needed to be shattered and rebuilt from scratch. With the bodies you have there, the experience in that room, the depth in that room, the upperclassmen in that room, I think you have a chance to build it into something pretty nice. So give me some fundamental play. I don't expect perfect play from the offensive line group. I don't expect perfect play across the board. I think Elko's made that clear. Other coaches have made that clear. They're still very much in the early stages, the evaluation process of having a new coaching staff and adding 24 portal players. You're not going to see a perfect game. Give me some fundamentals. Give me some sound play. Show me some signs. Don't be perfect. Make mistakes. This is the time to do it. But let's see some action. Number 5, and this is a very specific one. I want to see Nick Scorton beat Trey Zune on a pass play for a sack. Let me explain. Of all the offensive linemen returning, the one that I am absolutely most confident in going forward is Trey Zune. So me saying this is not picking on Trey Zune. I am confident in Trey Zune. I want to see our most prized possession in the portal go after our best offensive lineman and win. I know Trey Zune can get through an SEC schedule. I know he can go with the dogs of the SEC. We saw it all year last year. And of course, it's not going to be highlighted when you have a bad offensive line room. When the narrative is your offensive line is bad, you're not really going to single out players on that group that is bad. But I do know Trey Zune is good. And if Nick Scorton can blast him, get through him, and get to the quarterback gently, of course. Don't tackle him. Don't tackle Connor. I'll be a happy camper. I want to see fireworks from Nick Scorton. Mike Elko, again, in the most recent presser, hyped him up, said that he's coming. He's transformed his body. He looks like a dude. Show me that in the spring game. And you could say that about a bunch of other guys on this defensive line, but show me the new guy. Show me Nick Scorton. Let me see him get after it. But guys, I just wanted to get on here and give you my spring wish list. 5 things that I'm getting greedy about. These are specifics that I want to see. Once again, I'll ask you, what are your 5 spring wish list items? Guys, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Tune into the live show Thursday at 8 p.m. Central. We'll talk about all the current events going on in the world of Aggie football, talk about other Aggie sports, talk about college football. It's a call-in show. You guys are invited to call in. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll take it there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you then. Gig 'em.